Tonight's coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Down. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. So on 4th down, on is Riley Patterson for the Dolphin field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
On offense, the playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Willis will look to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane, 51 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 10.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. To get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. On 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it's 21-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 140 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half.
It is the newest venue in the NFL, and 60,000 plus of the most passionate fans in football have made their way into the new Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. But today, 2 AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. Get the stop on the opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Chiefs 7, Bills 0.
A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. At a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dalton Kincaid, Saints are back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Now Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score. Bills.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, we've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, we've got a fun little clash in the AFC, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
From
the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Gay's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. The first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3.
Behind the sticks, so to speak, they need to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, here's Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And this time he is in. Samaje Pirine. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Pirine. On fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Here's a 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Third and 4. They'll run again with Pirine. And he will have the Bengals first down. And it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over.
In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
You can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Stroud now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Normally we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
4 seconds to go in the half. Here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point. Final play of the half, Stroud. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Play action. Stroud now. Looking left side of him. He's got a man. That's Brooks. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Texans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range. but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third.
Make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. He'll try it now with Marks. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to an E. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.